Welcome, and thank you for joining us today as we celebrate education globally. My name is Nkembo Kiala, and I am part of the Entrepreneurial Leadership faculty at African Leadership Academy in South Africa, Johannesburg. Our topic for today, effectively teaching entrepreneurial leadership.
At HLA, we believe that education should create leaders or develop leaders who prevent wars, entrepreneurs who create jobs, and innovators who solve the pressing problems of the world. We are starting with the African continent, of course. Today, we are going to be sharing with you 5 key takeaways on how we are doing this in our own school. For us at ALA, our clear why is to develop an entrepreneurial leadership mindset in our students. Why is this? We know that entrepreneurship is not a panacea to all of the world's problems, but we believe, and research has shown and indicated, that entrepreneurial education, like the type we deliver in the EL department, can actually develop a certain skill set in our young students and leaders that will help them innovate, develop business know-how, and set them apart from the pack, such that when they get into a world where things are fast changing, they know how to adapt quickly and evolve, and they are not just reacting, but they can take the lead for themselves and for their communities. Create a lab. A lab is a place where you pilot and test ideas. It's a place for experimenting, for inventing and testing your different hypotheses on what should work for young people, especially as they're developing these very critical entrepreneurial and leadership skills. Now you have a lab. What are you going to do? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. We don't actually reinvent the wheel at ALA. We make use of already existing ideas and resources to teach entrepreneurship. By that, for example, I mentioned BUILD earlier, BUILD Lab. BUILD is an acronym that we have adapted and that we use as a model and a framework to teach design thinking. And it's the foundation for all the projects, the assignments, the idea generation, and all the work that our students do at EL. We believe in not just talking about entrepreneurship as a textbook or as theory, but actually creating room and different programs and avenues for our students to actually practice, because it's by consistent practice that the skill, the mindset, the thinking that we want ingrained in them will actually be developed fully. So we have experiential activities such as the original ideas for development. This is where students they go into their communities over a December break, and they've identified a problem, they speak to people, they're actually doing active research. So it's not just desk research, they're going on field and researching, and then they come back and they are also generating solutions, talking to peers, getting feedback. They call the users again and get feedback from them before they then develop. This grows on. We then put them in sectors according to the ideas or interests that they have. So their passion, their interest, we put them in sector and we push them to do the process again. So you see, it's habits of practice. They do it all over again, and then it's the team-wide original ideas for development, which leads on to our annual Entrepreneurship Festival, popularly known as Efest. In an ecosystem, entrepreneurship is not complete without an economy. So that ecosystem that we're encouraging you to create is a place where students can actually transact. You see the picture on the screen is an example of a market day that we had at Efest last year. And our students, this is a product by one of our students, Emata. This product was fully developed at ALA. She iterated, kept testing, students in the community patronize, and then at this Efest, she was able to showcase it to external members of the community who bought the product. An entrepreneurial ecosystem helps students to actually take what they've learned, the ideas they've generated, their prototypes, and make it a reality. In the Student Enterprise Program at ALA, we actually go all in.
And I'd like to leave you with a parting thought in the form of a question. How could you potentially teach entrepreneurial leadership?